Hello, Common Sense Nation. I'm your host, the Doctor of Common Sense. Now, I'm about to go down memory lane and help you with something about the Obamas because there's a new clip of Michelle Obama saying that most rich people are not happy. Now, if you see on this particular video, that's me driving, and I'm about to pick up the Obamas. You didn't know I did a little limousine service for the Obamas once. You see, Michelle Obama's over here man spreading. Now, Barack here is hugging on a little new fella he's just picked up. Now, see, that's me. I'm in the driver's seat. Michelle is upset in the back seat, and Barack is back here hugging his boyfriend. Now, I like to give you some inside information to give you some information that you never heard anywhere. See, I'm the only one who's been right about the Obamas, about everything. Everything I've ever said about the damn Obamas was correctly. And what I'm about to show you in this new video is going to be correctly too. Now, if you look right here, this is Michelle Obama. Now, that's me in the back of an army truck. Now, we're at a secret location here. Barack Obama has his pink suit on, and he's looking real queer-fied right there. And Michelle is crying, and some of these, quote, queens is listening to her give her a lecture because she's always trying to lecture somebody. Now, the very first video I like to show you is Michelle was on the show with Jamie Lee Curtis. No, that's not it. That's the horses in the stable. They gonna ride. You want to see that? Come on. Ride in, ride in, ride in. Come on. This is how Michelle be come out the stable. Horses in the stable. That ain't what I wanted to talk about, though. Get your mind out together. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Michelle Obama here. Now, this is Michelle.
We are talking.
Now, what I like to do is set this up for you because you need it set up for you before you get some backdrop on it. She's being interviewed by Jamie Lee Curtis, the one who played on, was it Halloween? I forgot the other one. She did a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, too. Jamie Lee Curtis, you may remember back in the day, I think she was in the Exercise Guru. Most people have said it's not me. Now, I want to make this clear to the Jamie Lee Curtis people, is that this has been a rumor for many, 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 many years that she is an what you call it, a hermaphrodite. That's what she is. At least that's what I heard. Now, a hermaphrodite kind of is not between a man and a woman. Got a little bitty wee-wee or something like that. It hasn't fully developed. Some people said that she never really had children. Those are really not her children. Neither did Michelle. So they got a lot in common. This is like a sister brohood meeting of Jamie Lee Curtis and Michelle Obama. Now, in this particular clip, Michelle is going to tell you how most people with money is not happy. Technically, she's reflecting on herself. But I want you to listen to this very clear and look at Jamie Lee Curtis' face. She's starting to look more like a dude, too.
I think we are talking about something much more altruistic.
Woo!
You know, the dopamine.
Wait a minute now. Let me give him check that out right here. She just gave that's a $75 word that Michelle. Y'all don't know Michelle was an intellectual giant. Huh?
About something much more altruistic.
Woo!
You know, the dopamine hit that comes with engaging with other people. You know,
look at that.
I.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis. Now you tell me that have you guys ever been to Vermont? It's a very beautiful state. Clever and I had the pleasure of going down there. And one thing we did notice in Vermont. Now, we went through Boston and went through Massachusetts, very New Hampshire. Beautiful down there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Problem is that there's the liberals who live there. When we got to Vermont, and it was a very beautiful state. Vermont is beautiful. But what we did notice, have you ever you heard of Bernie Sanders? A lot of the women down there, I will show you some clip, but I'm not going to get off on that because it's not a video about Vermont. But a lot of the women kind of look like Jamie Lee Curtis looks right here, like Bernie Sanders. Just imagine a female version of Bernie Sanders. Just wanted to throw that out.
I want her to think beyond stuff. Even, go to school, get your degree if you can afford it, have a good career, be able to support yourself. But I know too many people who have all of that and more the billionaires in the world, the millionaires, the people who are famous, the people who have it all, the people that you look at and think, well, I want their purpose. And what they're doing isn't making them happy.
Boom. That's the smartest thing Michelle Obama has ever said. But she's talking about herself also, because she's absolutely correct. Most of these people who have all this stuff is not happy, but she's one of them. And I'm going to prove it to you in a few minutes. I'm going to play some of the things that Michelle has said over the years. The woman is not happy.
Or whole. It's not giving them self-esteem. You know, in fact, it's doing the opposite.
Woo!
So I want Madeline to think about working outside of herself.
Okay.
So many wonderful things have happened to all of us in the world, so many tangible things.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that you can impact people's lives in that way,
okay, get him
like that's purpose. And that's a purpose that sustained you through ugly stuff and name calls.
Look like she got a little emotional right there, didn't Michelle? Now, that's Michelle Obama making a little bit of sense. Now, here's Michelle Obama complaining and whining that you don't listen to, the women don't get listened to.
Articulate as Black women our pain, because it's.
Now, let's just stop right there. Are you really trying to say that Black women do not articulate themselves about their pain? Have you not watched the internet? Because if you and one thing you can say about the Black women, they're going to articulate how they feel about something.
It's almost like nobody ever gave us permission.
Now watch Craig. Craig gonna come in here and sound like, we really want to listen to you.
To do that.
And does anyone care?
Yeah, there's that.
Will they care?
If we knew, I think we would care.
Look at it. If we knew, I think we would care. Michelle Obama, you with your fake husband, with the fake birth certificate, with your fake marriage, have become very, very wealthy. And you talking about we don't care about what you say. I'm gonna get back to Craig in a minute.
If we knew.
Mm-hmm.
If we knew.
Or, yeah. And we have to ask ourselves, the men in our lives is, why wait to be asked?
She's talking about specifically about Barack. Girl, you stronger and tougher and mentally and everything. Well, not mentally. Because one thing I can say about that queer Barack Obama, he don't care much about what you say about it. He's just going on, boy, give him a little bum. As long as he get a little boo-boo, he's okay with it. He'll ignore anything you say.
It seems like what we go through is pretty obvious. I mean,
now that's him. Now you remember when Greg, I keep calling him Craig, whatever. When Craig, when they was doing their podcast, it first came on. If you look in the dictionary on how to look and sound gay, there will be a picture of Craig Robinson doing this particular clip right here.
TikTok, it's Michelle Obama, and I'm here with my big brother, Craig.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Does he not sound like an old school fag who's been out there in the streets for many, many years and he's trying to settle down? Hey, everybody. I mean, look at how he's looking too. Face look like a bowl of chitlins or something. Just as greasy. Look like he got some lip gloss or something.
We're here because we're excited to announce the launch of our new podcast called IMO with Michelle.
He looks more feminine than Michelle
Obama and Craig Robinson.
We started talking about this at the outset, why we're doing this show.
Post White House and writing the books and doing book tours,
I bet you Michelle didn't write her books. I bet you was a ghostwriter. You'd be surprised that a bunch of these people don't write their own books. It'd be a ghostwriter writing for them, but they'll take credit for it. But Michelle Obama wanted to get back to this lesson of you people are not listening to what clothing and things to buy. So she wants to tell you where you need to get your clothing from.
Here of someone whose fashion that I like, and I know that they're a person of color, I try to make it a point. But the clothes have to be available. I think we can all do some work to think about that balance in our wardrobes. What does our closet look like and who's in it?
Did you hear that? That's a metaphor. What does our closet look like? Who's in there? Come out the closet, Barack. She's saying she wants her husband to come out the closet. That's how I read off into this. but she's technically telling you what clothing you can wear in your closet. Because listen what she's about to say.
Who are we supporting in it?
Right.
You know, and I think if you have the money to buy Chanel, then you have the money to buy everybody.
First of all, who in the hell do you think you are? Maybe I like how Chanel clothing fits. Maybe the women who's buying them love the way things fit. You can't tell people what to buy. If you make something, I don't care what race you are, if I don't like the way it looks, why would I wear something that I don't like the way it looks? And technically, so I personally feel about it, if you woke, I don't give a damn what your skin color, you can be white, you can be from Mars, you can be black. I'm not buying your stuff if you acting woke. I don't even watch basketball, NBA, and NFL football, and I like both of them because they're too damn woke for me. But Michelle is trying to tell you what clothing you need to buy.
Right.
And so let us be mindful, I think would be my advice.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem I have with, when I said I think that the Obamas are some of the most fakest people, I'm just not saying that. Now, I have a clip of the Michelle Obama now.
And I am.
Now, I don't really want you, we're going to turn down the volume because that ain't the important part of this particular clip. What you'll notice in this particular clip is that it shows pictures of Michelle Obama when she was 3, 4 years old. It shows pictures of her when she was 6 months old. And the thing about this is that the reason this is important, you don't think it's important, but because Michelle Obama once said that she had a difficult time getting pregnant. And she went through IVF to get pregnant. Now, if your woman has difficulties getting pregnant, will you not think that she'll at least take some pictures of her when she finally gets pregnant? Since we have pictures of her when she's 6 months old, she's 3 years old, 5 years old. We got pictures of her at the wedding of her and Barack Obama, but we don't have one single damn picture of Michelle Obama pregnant. Now, you don't think that is a little suspicious. It just goes into the same scenario. Now, I like to make a reference because I said she was on there with Jamie Lee Curtis. And you remember that Jamie Lee Curtis, we don't have any pictures of Jamie Lee Curtis pregnant either. That's why some people say she's now I didn't say that as a doctor, and I can't remember the doctor's name. You want to look it up. He's the one who first said that she was a hermaphrodite, not me. He said it. Now the doctor could be lying, and many other people have came and said the same damn thing about Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, the reason I bring this up is that I find it a little suspicious, highly suspicious, that a woman had a difficulty getting pregnant, according to Michelle in her memoirs. But she never posts a picture of herself being pregnant. You know why? Because, see, I used to be the chauffeur. And I used to pick them up back in the day. Yeah, I was way back in the day. I used to do a whole lot of, especially when they first got in office, and I got a chance to see some things up close. And there are some things that's very, very suspicious of the Obamas that most people are not saying. When Barack Obama first came in office, when he was running for president, this is according to one of his campaign managers. They said that they told all the news outlets, if you report anything about Barack Obama being gay, they knew back then, if you report anything, we will never give you an interview if he wins and becomes president. If he becomes president, we won't give you access if you bring up some of the dirt that he's did. That's according. I can't remember who the first one who got it. I don't think it was Axelrod. It could have been, but I'm not for sure. And if you say anything about his homosexuality, the Jeremiah Wright Church, that came out later and stuff. But there's a lot of things about the Obamas, including them not being their children, because Michelle Obama has never been pregnant. Here she is lecturing us. Here we have Barack Obama did all of these things with Benghazi. Hillary could have never got away with the things she got away at the State Department if Barack Obama wasn't the president. The Bidens, including Joe Biden, all of the money they made while Barack Obama was the president should just be troublesome to you, because we know they were doing it. It was obvious they was doing it, but the reason that they really don't want to go after the Clintons now or the Bidens now, because this is exposing the Obama's administration. Now, Michelle wants you to believe that most rich people are not happy. Why is Michelle not happy? Why is Michelle always angry about something? She's been complaining about Barack Obama ever since she got out of office. You would think she hates the man, but the only reason Michelle Obama is living as comfortable as she's living is because of Barack Obama. We wouldn't even know who Michelle Obama was if it wasn't for Barack Obama. We wouldn't know who Hillary Clinton was if it wasn't for Bill Clinton. Hell, these people make a living off of these men, and then they start trying to tell you about woman pride. There are some women who made things without men, but these two are not the ones. Michelle Obama wants to tell you what food to eat, what clothing to buy. Now, you remember when Michelle Obama was the first lady, and she wanted to tell the school-age kids the food to eat, all kind of food that was very, very untasty. But whenever she had the Black Caucus invited to the White House, they had smothered pork chops, they had fat back ham, all this fatty food and stuff, rice and gravy, probably had black-eyed peas and everything, fried chicken. But when you trying to force these kids to eat this trash that none of the kids wanted to eat, they were starving by the time they got home. Michelle Obama has a bad habit of dictating everything everybody does, but she doesn't follow the rules her damn self. That's the problem with these elites. She says most people are not happy. She's right. Bill Gates is a miserable individual, and it ain't because he got D-sized titties. It's because Bill Gates is a miserable communist, just like most of these communists are miserable also.